Good morning. Welcome back. We're just gonna check off some little things from our list on the Prelude, try to see if we can get it a little bit more road ready so that we can drive it, so we can check out the smoking problem. So yeah, here we go. So just a little bit of what's going on. So I pulled one of the plugs. A little bit of steam or smoke was coming out. Steam is usually bad because it usually means there's water or coolant in the compression system, which usually is faulty head gasket. However, I'm not as concerned. The spark plugs are a little bit fouled, but there's also oil on them, which means I probably have some bad valve cover gaskets, which I expected to have because we've pulled this valve cover off so many times, and I didn't replace it every time because I knew I was going to be continuously working. But I mean, all of them are just a little burnt up, but also in the starting process it was slightly flooded, so we had a lot of fuel in there. So I'm hoping that we can sort this out relatively quickly. It doesn't seem too concerning. I'm still pretty concerned. But I want to take it up to the shop and get a compression test. To drive it anywhere, I do not want to be making all that noise with the rotors and the dust shields. So I'm going to jack it up and try to pull the dust shields back a little bit, just so that we have a little bit more of a quiet drive. The exhaust is loud enough. Don't need our brakes making noise too. The dust shields pressed back, but looking under the car, there's just oil coming from so many places, and it's kind of concerning. I really want to get this up for compression tests. Javier is insistent that we don't need to do that yet. I'm like, it's pushing oil out of places it shouldn't be pushing oil out of.
I hit 240. 240. 240. This game like is like crazy. That's how much they were last time. It's like 2.
We're going on another test drive.
Seats very comfy.
Yeah, like all the way to the shop. I feel like this is just gonna be a new thing where every video ends with me talking while I edit the video. I don't really have any good news, to be honest. So as you can see, we took it back up to the shop on our drive. It is still blowing oil out of the exhaust, which usually is a telltale sign of piston rings. So I'm either gonna have to take apart the engine and redo the rings, which means everything has to come off, another new head gasket, new rings, you know, timing has to be redone. I mean, literally stripping it back down to the block and pulling the pistons out. So I'm debating whether or not I want to spend the hundreds of dollars to do that again, or possibly look at putting something else in the engine bay. It's honestly pretty defeating, and I'm just maybe gonna take a break from the Prelude for a little while. It's just sad, like it sucks because the car is running and driving amazing. Like everything is perfect except for that it's blowing smoke and leaking oil. Even Javier, I had him move the car from in front of the garage to the parking spot so that he could put the, he was working on the Integra, or the 2000, he might have been doing an oil change. And he's like, it's really a shame because it drives so nice. And I'm like, I know. Like I did everything as right as I could, if that even makes sense. I feel like, how could I have screwed this up so bad? And maybe I bought shoddy rings, maybe I installed one of them upside down. The only thing that I can say that maybe, I mean, I'm just baffled that if I did something wrong, I did it wrong on every single one of them, because it's even, like across the board, everything is perfect. Compression test was great. I mean, maybe I put one ring upside down on cylinder 4 since it has 30 less PSI than the other 3 cylinders. But I feel like cylinder 4 is my problem child since that was the one that had no compression the last time. I'm like, baffled. My mind is just going in 100 different directions at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and I'm just gonna take some time away from the Prelude, maybe do some other stuff. Hopefully we'll have some exciting things happening anyways. We'll be at the Sebring races, the 12 hours of Sebring, on Saturday the 14th, so by the time you see this, it's yesterday. So we'll have some footage of that, not in this video, but I've been doing some little bits of welding, so I might put up some of the, like, setting up my machine and first welds on the machine and that sort of thing. We have other projects to work on. We have our little fake ruckus out in the garage to start tearing down. The Integra is going to be getting some parts soon. I mean, maybe I'll throw a how-to video or two. I don't know. Maybe how to change your oil, how to change filters, how to do something. But I'm just feeling pretty down about this right now because, like I said, it's running and driving so smooth. All that squeaking sound that you heard that I said was annoying is all of a sudden there was a squeak in the clutch pedal. So when I push the clutch pedal and release the clutch pedal, I have this weird ear. I don't know if it's the little like pin that I put in that's rubbing on some metal or something. I don't know. I'll have to get under there and figure it out. But yeah, so no more Prelude for a little while. It does run, it does drive. It is smooth as butter. The idling is phenomenal. Everything seems to be fantastic besides oil. So, until next time, we'll see you.